All right, we're back with more. This time we're talking about the Penguins, who had won 5 in a row, and quite frankly, could have won 6 in a row if not for Marc-Andre Fleury last night, but that's what's going to happen when you run into somebody like that who's in the top of his game. They go on the road now, but so far it's been really good, and they've done it without 4 primetime players in Malkin and Rust and Bukestad and Galchenyuk. So, Will Graves, I want to ask you about this. When they are back and all operational, what happens to this lineup, and also specifically the style that Mike Sullivan is employed right now? It seems to be really good defensively.
It's funny, Pomp, that you asked that, because that's exactly what I asked after going to the game on Friday. I mean, they've talked about trying to play the right way, adjust the way that they play in the offseason. They've had to do it because of the guys they have in the lineup. They don't have the wiggle room now where they can screw around and then have Gino go off or have Sid go off. They don't have that freedom right now, so they've had to sort of play this disciplined style. Sullivan said he believes it's something that they've got down, that is going to be able to continue when the guys come back. We will see, but you have to be encouraged. And I think, look, any sort of offense, I like the way they're playing, but yes, you always want to have 71 in the lineup. Hopefully they're watching from the box thinking, hey, we need to play this way too when we get back.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it, Will. That's the problem. I love the way they're playing right now because they're buying into what Sullivan wants them to do, but they're doing it with guys that have to play that way to stay in the NHL. I'll be curious to see what the personnel moves are once you start to get Rust, Bukestad, Galchenyuk, and Malkin back over the course of the next 4 to 5 weeks. Who's out? You can't send Sam Lafferty down. I imagine your Blandisis and Johnsons of the world go back to Wilkes-Barre.
What about Dominic Cahoon?
Dominic Cahoon, until last night, just hasn't been good enough. He would have been
good last night, though.
He was, but that's the first time we've looked at Dominic Cahoon and said, oh, okay, he looks like the guy they traded Olli Maatta for. So I think they've got to prove that they can play this style when they've got more offensive ability in the lineup. And again, I'll believe it when I see it if they actually do that.
Yeah, this is sort of like how they play in the playoffs the past couple of years, maybe not last year, is where they have to be very sound playing the puck. They can't turn it over, not the two-line passes or anything like that. But I agree with all you. I need to see this when the big boys are back, when Malkin's back. Right now, they know that they have to listen to the coach right now because this is the only way they're going to be successful. The question is, does that burn in your skull right now and say, in a week, 2 weeks, a month, saying this is a way we have to play to win? I don't believe it right now.
I just think it will be. It will be very curious to me. Again, who's out of the lineup? Dominic Cahoon right now. We started to go down this path a second ago, and I got distracted. Sorry. It's just, Mark's over there, and it's just that face is so good looking. I'm sorry, Mark. But Dominic Cahoon would have been a guy I would have put in the press box had everybody been healthy. And you're talking about the way Lafferty's playing, the way Blandisi's playing. But I don't know if that's something we've talked about, maybe the relationship between Rutherford and Sullivan and who likes what guys and who's in the lineup and why are they in the lineup. That'll be curious to me as well. Once you've got everybody back and healthy, who's in the lineup and why are they in the lineup? And is that a Jim Rutherford decision, Jack Johnson, or is that a Mike Sullivan decision?
One of the things that stood out to me, though, is that they are not beating themselves. They are not putting themselves in bad spots. And Murray is playing responsible enough and he's solid enough that you don't have to take chances. If they don't take chances, they have enough offensive firepower. They don't have to win games 6-1 anymore. They can win games 3-2, 2-1. I think that's a style that's, if you look at where the league is going, you saw what happened in the playoffs last year. That's where we're going back to. I think if they stick with that plan, I think there's enough room there for them to still have that freedom. You saw Letang's beautiful goal the other night. There's still beauty in the game, but just pick your spots. They have to be better at picking their spots when everybody gets back.
I think Letang has really done that better than anyone right now, and he is not just doing it carelessly. We saw that first game, 17 turnovers that night. That was totally unacceptable, but a continuation of what we had seen last year. All right, now it's time to go around the horn for this week's Smooth Moves. Brought to you by Pittsburgh's largest supplier of the smoothest granite, marble, and quartz countertops you will find. That's Armina Stone. So let's get the smoothest moves of the week from these gentlemen. Top to bottom, we got Mark going first.
Well, I know this isn't anything new, but boy, did that whiteout at Penn State on Saturday was impressive. I know they've been doing this for some time now, a decade or two, but 110,000 people in that stadium, what a great college atmosphere that you probably can't find anywhere, other than maybe Alabama or an SEC school. So props to the Penn State people and the Penn State fans and the Penn State students. It was an unbelievable scene.
I'll go one real quick to the lady at the Ramsey Elementary Purse Batch a couple of weeks ago who told me I look better in person than on TV. Appreciate you for that, and thanks for supporting Ramsey Elementary. And also the Washington Nationals. I look from the D.C. area. My father grew up a huge Senators fan in the 50s and 60s. He passed away in 2010. To see them win the other night, and my son is a budding baseball player, and he loves the Nats. I mean, that was an emotional moment for me. A long time coming for that city. Best of luck in the World Series.
Smooth move to everything and absolutely anything Garrett Cole has done since, what, the middle of May. I can't wait to see him in the World Series against said Nationals to see if he continues this role. And, man, it'll be a smoother move when he gets the free agency and cashes, what, a $250+ million check.
Who knows?
Sort of like your salary.
Pretty smooth.
A little bit less.
Almost like pop money, but not quite.
Right.
No.
Armina Stone is Pittsburgh's largest supplier of the smoothest granite, marble, and quartz countertop you're going to find anywhere. You can score a touchdown right now with, Armina Stone. We'll be back talking about Pitt Penn State, their futures next.